Hello, fabulous TAs. Do you struggle to find ways to minimise distractions for students with ADHD while still keeping them engaged in the classroom? Are you unsure where to position a student with ADHD or how to create a workspace that helps them stay on task? Do you find it hard to provide the right tools or adjustments that meet the unique needs of students with ADHD while managing the rest of the class? If you've answered yes to one or all of these questions, then keep watching. Creating a supportive learning space for students with ADHD is essential for helping them thrive in the classroom. In this video, we'll explore practical research-based strategies for setting up an environment that promotes focus, minimises distractions, and meets the needs of your students. All students with ADHD are unique, but they have common difficulties that include problems with attention, impulse control, and hyperactivity. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear plan for setting up a learning space tailored to the needs of students with ADHD. Okay, step 1, choosing the right location. The best spot for the student's table should bear these things in mind. It should be away from distractions, so avoid high traffic areas like doors, windows, and resource stations. These areas tend to have movement and noise that can be overstimulating for students with ADHD. Proximity to the teacher or TA. Place the student's table where the teacher or teaching assistant can easily provide support and redirect attention when needed. Balanced positioning. Avoid isolating the student completely. Place the table where the student can engage with peers when appropriate, but still focus on tasks. So an example layout would be position the table near the teacher's desk or towards the front, but slightly to the side, minimising sensory overload while keeping the student engaged. Step 2, setting up the table and surroundings. Here are some ideas on how to optimise the physical workspace for the student with ADHD. Minimal clutter. Keep the table surface clear of unnecessary items. Provide a small tray or container for essential tools like pencils, erasers, and sensory fidget tools. Visual aids. Use visual prompts or checklists to help the student stay on task. So, for example, display a simple "What's next" chart on the desk. Comfortable seating. Use seating that allows for subtle movement, such as wobble stools or chair bands. Movement can help the student focus without disrupting the class. I mean, that's a really good idea because it can be quite. I worked with a student that constantly needed to tap their pencil. It was quite difficult to ignore. Step 3, using sensory friendly tools. Here are some ideas for using sensory supports. Fidget tools. So this is if your school allows, obviously. Offer discrete sensory items like stress balls, fidget spinners, or textured objects to help manage restlessness. Sensory break cards. Keep break cards on the table that the student can use to signal when they need a quick movement or quiet break. Lighting and visual stimuli. Avoid placing the table that the student is sitting at under flickering lights or near overly busy displays that may distract or stimulate or overstimulate the student. So tips for success here are collaborate with parents and carers or specialists to identify which sensory tools work best for the student involved. And that's really important because otherwise you end up going just through a whole load of different ones. And it in a way, it just, you know what kids are like. I mean, they'll sort of play up to that. So if you can actually find out and hone in on which ones actually work, that would be, that would be a much better way to go. And before I continue, if you are finding this video useful, please give it a thumbs up. It will only take you a second, and it's a small way to show your appreciation of this free content that will create a big boost for my channel. Thank you, I appreciate it. Step 4, strategies for supporting focus. Offer strategies to help the student stay engaged and productive. So, for instance, task chunking. Break larger tasks into smaller, manageable steps. Use a timer to help the student stay on track with each step. Positive reinforcement. Create a reward system for completing tasks or maintaining focus. For example, earning points towards a preferred activity or item. Regular breaks. Incorporate short, structured breaks for movement or quiet time. Use these as a reset to help the student re-engage. And a pro tip here, use movement-based activities for learning, such as games that incorporate physical tasks to align with the student's energy needs. Yeah, I did work with a boy who liked to be outside, and so there were certain lessons, maths lessons in fact, that where I could incorporate activities outside. And that really helped sort of break up his day, so he wasn't always in the classroom. Step 5, collaboration with staff, parents and carers. It's important to work with staff, parents and carers and specialists to support the student. Here are some ways that you can do that. So, staff collaboration. Share strategies with the class teacher and other staff to ensure consistency across all lessons and activities. Parent and carer communication. Regularly update parents and carers about what's working well and discuss any adjustments needed. If you're in a primary school, that might be quite easy to do because you may well sort of get to see them at the beginning or the end of a lot of the days that the child is at school. Input from specialists. Seek advice from SEND, so special educational needs and disability specialists, educational psychologists or occupational therapists for tailored solutions. So it's important to remember that every student with ADHD is different, so flexibility and ongoing observation are key to finding what works best. Don't fall into that trap of thinking, oh, a child's got ADHD, that means they are like this. They are the same, they're human beings the same as all of us, and their ADHD will manifest itself differently for them than it does for another child. Creating a supportive learning space can make a world of difference for a student with ADHD. Choose the right location, create a clutter-free workspace, use sensory-friendly tools, employ focus strategies, and collaborate with others. If you try these tips in your classroom, and let me know what works for you. And write it in the comments below. It would be great because anything that you write in there will be actually educating others and collaborating. Let's collaborate with this community. Those of you who watch my videos, let's use the comments section for collaboration. Obviously keeping things confidential, don't mention any children's names or anything like that, but let us know what you do that works. And if you found this video useful and you'd like some practical behaviour management strategies for supporting students with ADHD, check out this video next. Thank you for watching.